Hi sisters, I hope everyone is enjoying the Women Empower program. It's week 4, and I hope you've been participating in the yoga sessions, or the power talks, Maitri healing, especially whether you are trying out some health tips, or maybe this can just help you bring some awareness, more awareness and clarity, and help us on so many different levels. So whether it's our physical body, our mental body, emotional body, and of course the law of karma is always there. So in today's video, which is week 4, this is such an important chakra, which is the Solar Plexus Chakra. This is the seat of our digestive fire, which is our Agni. And I mean, I would say this is important because this can change your constitution, because what we eat and what we put into our body can affect our physical body constitution as well as our mental and emotional body. So I'm going to try and keep this very short for you. I hope you enjoyed this video, and let's begin. So I'm going to touch on very quickly the characteristics of the Solar Plexus Chakra. So this is the seat of our Agni, like I mentioned. It's located in the navel region. This represents hunger, it represents nourishment, it's also the seat of our ambition in life. It's also blocked by fear of a loss of control, also having too much control, wanting to have too much control in a situation, or maybe not even having control, and too much authority, excessive authority. And it can also be blocked by the opposite, so feeling having low self-esteem. So there's got to be some balance when it comes to this energy center. And this is not a coincidence that it also symbolizes it's a catalyst for behavior change. So wanting to change your behaviors, because again, what we put into our body is definitely affecting our physical body, emotions and intellectual body. So this symbolizes change. Okay, it is ruled by the god Rudra, which is the fire form of Lord Shiva. The beat mantra is Ram, and the color is cloud blue. The petals of this chakra is a lovely cloud blue. Okay, so that was just the characteristics of the Solar Plexus Chakra. There's so much more to it, but this is just a brief explanation. And as always, I would love to talk about the emotional body and the mental body. I don't like to isolate physical body, but here I'm going to focus a lot on our digestion and why it's so important, ladies. Why do we need to focus on what we put into our bodies? Honestly speaking, why do we need to focus on this? We already know that everything that we put into our system, it affects us, right? It affects our cells. It affects I mean, if you're not aware at this point, but the food that we eat also affects our emotions and our moods. It affects our cognitive function as well, so your brain capacity, your intellectual capacity. And research has now been shown that, when people mention the term gut feeling, the food that you eat and the state of your digestive health, whether it's in a state of clarity or it's clogged out or it's hurting, it's just been through a lot of stress and it's been bombarded by so many toxins and chemicals, that intuition part of us can actually be compromised. Our gut can help us can improve our intuitive decision making skills, and this research is now coming to the fore. So this is so important. I mean, we all know we should consider what we eat, right? So I mean, if you know that what you're putting into your body can affect your emotional state and your mental state, I think this is something that we would need to focus on. So just some guidelines. We all have different body types. We are all not the same. In Ayurveda, they classify our energetic constitution is Vata, Pitta or Kapha. Of course, it's not completely isolated, but these are the main characteristics. And as much as I'd like to focus on individual constitutions, I'm going to focus on general wellness tips based on Ayurveda, which you may or may not already know, and I will incorporate some general tips on what to avoid, and some of the major issues that we have. We can go through so many things like diabetes, indigestion, bloating, constipation, diarrhea, gas, intestinal permeability. Those type of things we can talk about endlessly. But I'm not going to go through that. I just want to give you some basic things that you can incorporate into your life that can be easy to do. These are quite easy that you can do. So the first thing is to know when your digestive fire is active. So because Agni is the fire, we have so many different fire elements in us, in the universe. This chakra is to maintain our digestive fire, and this is a chemical fire, which is our hydrochloric acid, and it goes along with the other elements like your intestines, the liver, and so forth, your large colon, things like that. This gut health is so important. Your maintaining the digestive fire is so important, like I said, for so many other reasons. But how do we do this? So knowing the times when our digestive fire is at its most is when this is most at your lunchtime. So our digestive Agni is not the best in the morning, and neither is it the best in the evening. So I would suggest you eat your heaviest meal at lunchtime and make use of your Agni at this time. For breakfast, you can have your yogurt, vegan yogurt, your smoothies, your shakes and things like that, fruit as well, to give you energy. I prefer the superfoods in the morning because they are so jam-packed with nutrition. It's insane. You actually feel so full for the day, and it carries me on up until late lunchtime, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock even. But then by then you should actually have get some of your calories in. And dinner time, you can have your soups. You can have stuff that's a bit lighter on your digestive system. The second one I would like to discuss is eating before 6 o'clock or latest 7 o'clock. So we can work with nature, we can work with our circadian rhythm, and this allows us to give our digestive Agni a break, which is fasting for at least 12 hours at night. So you can eat at 7 o'clock, and maybe 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock the next day you can have your first meal, or if you finish your meal at 6 o'clock in the evening, you can have your first meal at 7 or 8 the next day. And this gives your digestive Agni a break because it's constantly working. I know everyone says don't overeat, but why should we listen to that? We should at least try to keep 25% of our digestive system, of our stomach, filled with air. Okay, even Masters has said this. They've given a breakdown of what we should eat and what quantity we should leave as water and what quantity is air. But 25% should be allowed for the air component in our stomach. The other 75% is left for your digestive fire, your earth element, and your water element. So the air element needs to be 25%. This would maintain your digestive fire. In Ayurveda, how do we not extinguish our digestive fire, which is the Agni in the Solar Plexus Chakra? In the Western diet, a lot of people tend to have ice drinks with their meals, or even ice smoothies and ice cold foods. In Ayurveda, we are leaning towards a more wholesome, warm, cooked meal diet. Yes, you can incorporate salads. No one is saying don't cut out salads, but there's a way to incorporate your cold meals with adding digestive spices in there that actually maintains your digestive Agni. I have given some spices that are good for digestion to maintain our Agni in the booklet for the Women Empowerment Program. So yes, one of those things is to not extinguish our Agni in our belly. Most of our digestive issues occur because our Agni is not operating as well as it should. It's not able to kill the bacteria that come with the food. It's not able to kill the parasites that come with the food. And this is a problem because our digestive fire has been through so much, it hasn't been managed well. And I'm not blaming anyone. Everyone has gone through this process. Nobody is immune to, the diet that we've had so far and the lifestyle that we've been living. But it's a time for change. The chakra, symbolizes, it promotes change, changing behaviors. Your willpower, it's the center of your willpower to change. This is what's needed to change, right? We need that. Nothing's going to happen if we don't have that willpower, and it needs to come from yourself. I am here as always. This is what I am doing, and the support, everything that comes with changing is there. You don't need to do this by yourself. I know how it feels to do this by yourself, but ladies, if your time has come for your healing, then you don't really need to start from scratch. I have done that, and I don't know, but only God knows. So moving along, and I know all these tips are there, but are we eating mindfully? Are we watching TV when we're eating? Is our mind somewhere else? Are we not really experiencing and being grateful for the food that we have? So this is another tip that we can implement. It's very easy. I'm not asking you ladies to change your entire life, but every time you eat a meal, just be grateful. I know a lot of you do this currently, but sitting in one place and actually tasting, smelling, feeling the texture of the food, looking at it and chewing it properly, because our digestion starts in our mouth. And there was another tip that Mohanji gave us in terms of eating and physical body. So Mohanji said we need to listen to our body, and the scientific evidence for this, this is from my nutritional background, which I can give you some tips on, is the hormones that we have, which is ghrelin, which is our hunger hormone, and leptin, which is our satiety hormone. We have those two hormones in our body. So ghrelin will stimulate hunger, and when you're full, leptin will send a message to your brain saying that you are full. There's no need to eat anymore, including the stretch receptors in our stomach. That links in through the brain, and it will tell you when to stop. I know it's not easy. People are going through various emotions, and there's a lot of stuff that's currently happening in the world. So we are eating, to fill something, whether it's feeling of loneliness, whether it's a feeling of anger, whether it's agitation, whether it's frustration, whether it's a lack of love for ourselves, whether it's wanting to take a break at work, whether it's an excuse to just do something because we are bored. There's so many reasons that we are eating, and it's not because our body needs food. So this is something where our awareness and our spiritual practices can help us be more aware of why we're eating. I think it's important that we take care of ourselves, and I know it's not easy. We love to eat whatever we want to eat. No one is saying don't do those things and don't enjoy, but this can help balance our physical body, emotional body, and intellectual body. So let's try and listen to ghrelin and leptin. Those two hormones, they can give us the signals if we are aware enough to listen to them. So there's a huge problem, and I don't want to go into all the digestive issues, but a lot of people are suffering with a leaky gut and intestinal permeability. So what happens here is that, again, we are eating so much junk food, and our villi, our sensitive villi in the intestinal lining, has been affected by stress, by genetically modified foods, by the pesticides, the chemicals, the glyphosates. For that, please go and check out a whole list of these damaging chemicals and substances. The website is purejovial.com. I'm still busy with this, so you may not be able to get in right now. It's been quite hectic, but these are just short videos for you to get an idea of where you should start with your healing. So when this is ingested into our body, of course our villi is going to get affected. So the nutrients cannot get absorbed with the villi. Sometimes the gluten, proteins, it's because of the glyphosate. And yes, we have a lot of people say, well, wheat is natural. It is natural, but glyphosate is not natural. Glyphosate is being sprayed on our wheat, and that's what's causing so much damage in our digestion tract. So there's so much toxins in our lives. It's difficult to get away from them, but your gut is so important. If you're going to heal your gut, the rest of your body, your mental state, emotional state will all be affected in a positive way. So avoid the GMOs, try and avoid non-organic food. I know it's not possible now, but try your best. There'll be a list online for you to check out if you've not already gone through this research. And when you are healing the gut, there's a recipe that I've given in the booklet that you can check out, and this will help coat the lining of our villi, and it provides a nice, safe, comforting feeling for our villi to heal. Of course, you don't go ahead and you eat the same foods, because that's gonna cause damage again. So this is one of my protocols for healing, is take out the bad guys, bring in the big guns, so that we can start healing our gut. You are what you eat. That saying is true, because your body assimilates energetically and physically. it goes into your cells. It will change the way your body works. It will change the way your mood is, the way you think, and your memory functions, all the cognitive functions, as well as your emotions, ladies. Dopamine, serotonin, those are physical hormones in our body that gives feelings of pleasure, including the energetic properties of meat, for example. We absorb all that fear. Of course, it's going to get stored in our emotional manamaya body. Okay, so I'm not going to try and force and be, soldier here, but it's something I feel that is important to know. So what can we do? Because we've got all these toxins coming into our digestive system. I mentioned the recipe in the booklet, which is a vegan bone broth. Everyone's hyping about the bone broth, but this is a vegan one, and I hope you can get the ingredients. I will have them for sale towards the end of the year and beginning of the year. It's all work in progress, but if you can make this at home, I've given the recipe for you. Please go and try it out. Take it for a month and really, remove all those toxins from your diet. It's really going to help your digestive system. Another important component is maintaining your digestive agni. For those who have a heat body type, which is pitta, yes, too many spices can aggravate your constitution, but for us who mostly have dampened our agni, please incorporate spices into your food. Ayurveda has used this for thousands, if not millions of years, because we know this element of the solar plexus, which is our agni, and we need to maintain that to maintain optimum health and wellness. So all the spices I've listed in there, you can even use them in desserts like cinnamon, cardamom, cloves. This actually maintains your digestive agni, along with not eating the ice cold foods. But your salads, again, you can sprinkle some cayenne pepper over there, sprinkle your spices and add different elements, and you can maintain your digestive fire in that way. Same with your vegan yogurt. Add some cinnamon, cardamom, cilantro for spicy yogurt. These are all things that you can do to maintain your digestive fire, even if you're having cold foods. Also, just keep the yogurt out of the fridge for about 30 minutes before you make your spicy yogurt or sweet yogurt. I will keep this very short. I hope this can help you, but please be aware that we are trying to maintain the agni, the fire in our digestion, and exercise, probiotics, also extremely important. Probiotics is such a long topic, but it's so important because your probiotics will tell you how to feel, and they'll tell you what to eat. I wish I could talk about this, but yeah, this is why your vegan yogurt, your sauerkraut, your kimchi, those type of things would be really good for maintaining a good microbiome. Okay, so that is me, Sam from Pure Jovial. I hope you're enjoying the rest of the program. Lots of love and stay well, ladies. I am out.